going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But guys, the P4G Playoffs, we are back. The St. Louis Rampardos are taking on the New York Marauders and coach Mr. Talent and the Talent Squad. Now, we've done pretty well so far in P4G with our rain team, basically washing our opponents away, but we've got a tough matchup ahead of us actually here with Mr. Talent. There was a week break in the P4G, and then now the playoffs have begun, and our first matchup is right here, right now. So show some love on that like button down below, and definitely be sure to subscribe if you guys are new. Let's take a look at Drew's team. I didn't do a team builder, so I'm going to talk about the team really quickly here, what I'm bringing. But he's got an ALOLA, Marowak, a Chestnut, a Blastoise, Durant, Heliolisk, CLEFAIRY, Mudsdale, Lycanroc midday form, Sigilyph, Dragonair, and Stantler. You can see exactly the 6 I think he's going to be bringing. Blastoise does get Rain Dish. He's got the Heliolisk, which has Dry Skin. A couple ways to stop my rain. Durant is just a monster. Lycanroc, I think, is a necessary evil because of Tornadus. I think Sigilyph has a really good matchup, and I think Chestnut is really good because it does kind of stop both Ludicolo and Kabutops relatively well. So I wouldn't be surprised if he brought that Chestnut. It could be a little bit difficult for me to deal with, especially if he's carrying like Earthquake or something like that. Other Pokemon I can see, potentially Stantler does get Sap Sip and Intimidate, so that could be kind of a cool tech Pokemon there. Mudsdale is also another Pokemon that might be brought just because it is pretty bulky, but I think he's going to have a hard time justifying bringing that when I have a Tornadus, a Kabutops, a Ludicolo, and a Politoed. And then ALOLA and Marowak, is just always a threat because it's so offensive, but at the same time, it's not very good against a rain team. So I would not be surprised if he left that thing out, again, just because it's not going to be that good against a rain team. So let's talk about our team, what I brought, and why I'm bringing it. So, excuse me, we've got our Politoed here. I should probably remove his team. We got our Politoed here, which has Earthquake, Toxic, Encore, and Scald. Relaxed Nature. We're max physical defense, basically trying to be as physically bulky as we can, which allows us to take hits from that Lycanroc and the Durant primarily. Maybe even take a hit from Chestnut if needed. But Earthquake, I had an Icy Wind originally, but I like Earthquake on this because I realized I lost so much momentum on that Heliolisk switching. So by being able to Earthquake, I could do like 75-80% to it and do a tremendous amount of damage. Toxic there for Blastoise primarily. And again, we are physically defensive. I actually had Damp Rock and I just changed it because I wanted to run leftovers. I felt like I didn't really need the rain as much. I did like 4 or 5 practice matches before this, so I felt I felt like the rain wasn't as important on our team this week. We've got our Tornadus here, which is naive. It's a mixed Tornadus, but max special attack with Fly EMZ Hurricane. So the objective here is to just nuke his team with Fly Z. He really doesn't have a good switch into it. Obviously, he's got the Lycanroc and the Heliolisk, which both resist, but neither of them wants to take a Hurricane. So especially one that's a Z move. So knockoff Superpower U-turn is really nice. I can obviously get momentum. Superpower allows me to one-shot the Heliolisk. Knockoff is just really good for things like Marowak if he brings it. U-turn for momentum, it's pretty obvious, but really just hitting that Hurricane, that big Fly Z at some point, and hopefully nailing a knockout with that is going to be pretty crucial. We've got a more bulky Ludicolo this week. We got the Assault Vest Modest set with Ice Beam, Giga Drain, Focus Blast, and Scald. This thing is designed to switch into the Blastoise and the Heliolisk really well. I can switch into both those Pokemon. I can take a multitude of different hits from them. My speed is just to outspeed Lycanroc midday. If he brings Scarfers, he's gonna outspeed Ludicolo in the rain, and I wasn't gonna try to creep that. I mean, I could have ran max speed Ludicolo, Timid Nature, and outsped like Scarf Durant, but honestly, Scarf Durant isn't nearly as scary to my team because of Politoed being fully physically defensive with leftovers now. It's not as scary. I have ways to kind of deal with it. So I'm kind of going with a more bulky Ludicolo set to hopefully sponge some hits from Heliolisk and then be able to do some big damage back. We've got our Choice Scarf Claydol Landmine has made its return. Gotta love that Choice Scarf Claydol, dude. But this thing is a bait, 100% for Lycanroc. I switch into Lycanroc's Dark type move, which is Crunch, or it's more likely Rock type move like Splintered Storm Shard, Z Crystal, or just Stone Edge in general. I can eat the hit up, either Max Attack, Life Orb, Crunch doesn't kill me. I can eat the hit up, and then I can actually outspeed him on the following turn with the Choice Scarf Earth Power. He likely thinks he outspeeds, obviously, and he can just kill me with Crunch, but that will not be the case. I can obviously outspeed him and one-shot him. This is also really nice against the Heliolisk. I outspeed Heliolisk. I can go for Earth Power. This is nice against Durant. I outspeed that. I go for Earth Power, do a lot of damage to him. I can outspeed things like Chestnut easily and Blastoise and a lot of his team, actually. So it's really a bait for Durant, Heliolisk, and Lycanroc. That's the main objective here. I do have Stealth Rock, which is nice. And then Trick. And Trick is really there because of Sigilyph. A Life Orb or Leftovers, Calm Mind, Sigilyph is actually really scary for my team. So I've got the Trick there as kind of a way to hopefully stop that. We've got our Adept here, Dragalge, which has Dragon Pulse, Sludge Wave, Toxic Spikes, and Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail is to phase out that Sigilyph, even though obviously he can just Psychic me but being able to phase him out and keep him from setting up is pretty clutch. Toxic Spikes are really good against him, actually, in this matchup. He does have the Blastoise to Rapid Spin, but if he's not carrying Ice Beam, my Dragalge sits in that thing all day. I mentioned earlier, Chestnut hopefully not carrying Earthquake. If he does not have Earthquake on his Chestnut because he's got to fit other coverage moves, I'm actually in a really good spot because I can easily sit in front of that thing and go for Sludge Wave, do a lot of damage to him. His Bulletproof is not going to stop me because I'm not using Sludge Bomb. We're very specially defensive, again, to help me against the Heliolisk primarily, switching to things like Blastoise reliably, and even if he brings like a Dragonair or something like that, I can kind of deal with that. And then last but not least, I'm bringing a second Choice Scarf for this week. So not only do I have Ludicolo and Rain and Tornadus both pretty fast, but I have two Choice Scarfers, my Choice Scarf Claydol and my Choice Scarf Rotom. And Choice Scarf Rotom here is actually really good. I initially was running a Charty Berry set, which was going to reduce the power of Rock type moves, allow me to take on the Durant Rock Slide and the Lycanroc Stone Edge a little bit better, but I felt that this set was actually the better set. Choice Scarf is really good. Chances are he doesn't bring Mudsdale, which means I can freely Volt Switch around his team. If he brings Mudsdale, I have to work around it, but I have a couple good Pokemon that can really kind of take on Mudsdale relatively well. So if I can start to freely Volt Switch, it's going to really put him in a bad spot. Overheat wrecks the Dry Skin Heliolisk, and it wrecks the Durant. Obviously, I'm only dealing with 5 turns of Rain because I don't have Damp Rock, so that's actually kind of cool there. It also destroys Chestnut. So there's a situation where he's got 50-50s to make every time Rotom comes in. He's got to decide, you know, anything that's good against my electric moves is not good against my fire moves. Anything that's good against my fire moves is not good against my electric moves. And then I've got Dark Pulse there as tech for Alolan Marowak, just in case he brings it. But again, I'm not anticipating that necessarily. This is also one of my best ways to deal with the setup Sigilyph. If he sets up to +1 special defense, I can still do like 70+% to him with a Thunderbolt and keep him from being able to beat me with Calm Minds and Roosting. So that's going to be our plan there with Voltagrize. Obviously, he's got a tough matchup here. We both have kind of a tough matchup. Like, I feel like he needs to prepare for Kabutops for sure. He needs to prepare for Escavalier. He needs to prepare for Slurpuff. It just depends on what he thinks is going to be the scariest stuff. But like, Slurpuff runs his team if I were to set up a Belly Drum. So like, I feel like that Chestnut may be carrying Poison Jab. It may not have room for Earthquake. It may give me an opportunity to use Dragalge more effectively. It's just a matter of scouting out those sets. I think my lead, if he doesn't bring Mudsdale, is probably going to be Rotom. Otherwise, I think, you know, Claydol can actually be really solid, but it's a matter of hopefully tricking him with those Choice Scarfs. That Choice Scarf Claydol is going to be clutch. Got to pick up a kill with that. But that's going to be our team there, guys. I hope you guys are ready for the match. Playoff time. Let me get connected with Drew here, and we are going to throw down. All right, guys, we are connected here with Mr. Talent and the New York Marauders. Let's find out exactly which 6 Pokemon he's going to be bringing. I definitely expect Blastoise, Durant, Heliolisk, Lycanroc. And then from there, the other 2 are kind of wild cards. Like I said, I'm kind of thinking Sigilyph, Chestnut, but I wouldn't be surprised if he mixed in something like a Mudsdale or a Dragonair or a Stantler, actually, even, believe it or not, just because of Sap Sipper. Stantler's actually kind of decent. Like, in my practice matches, I face against like Assault Vest Stantler, even Scarf Stantler, so it's not anything super surprising if he does decide to go that route. So he's actually going to bring Clefairy, Alolan Marowak, so a lot of things, 2 things I did not expect. I'm going to be totally honest. I did not expect Clefairy under any circumstances, but that's okay. And I did not expect Alolan Marowak really under any circumstances, but that's okay too. Again, I believe I can handle these. Let's see here, Marowak, there it is. Okay, so Alolan Marowak. Everything else, not surprising though. All right, so let's see here. No Sigilyph, he brought Marowak and Clefairy. Everything else, okay. So I really like Rotom in this matchup. I feel like Rotom's really solid. At the same time, I don't know if I like Rotom as a lead because of the Marowak. So that makes things a little tricky. As much as I want to lead Rotom and just Volt Switch, like, I can't really do that. So I have to kind of make a hard read on what his lead is going to be. To me, his lead is Lycanroc or Heliolisk. In both situations, Claydol is actually really solid. So I'm going to lead with Claydol. Yeah, I'm going to lead with Claydol. Leading with a Choice Scarf Claydol, a little risky, but it could end up working out for me. I could potentially get my rocks up and force him to spin later, which would be nice for the Marowak. That's a tricky lead, man. But the Marowak stops my Rotom, really. I mean, I have Dark Pulse, but it does kind of stop my Rotom. He doesn't really have the best ways to deal with Tornadus, though. So I could probably use Tornadus pretty effectively in this match. So we'll try to do that. I really like my Dragalge matchup against Clefairy and stuff. He's going to lead Tiny Pink. So he actually leads off with his Clefairy. That's fine. I mean, I think my play here is just 1,000,000% going into my Dragalge, because Dragalge like really pressures him, and I could set up rocks or spikes. Does Clefairy get Stealth Rock too, just like its evolved form? I'm assuming it does. Yeah, it does get Stealth Rocks, so he's probably just gonna set Stealth Rocks here. I mean, I can take this time to set my own rocks, which is nice to whittle things down. I could also use this opportunity to get into my Jagalgi and threaten him with a Sludge Wave, which I don't think he wants to deal with. He could also have Encore. What's CLEFAIRY's base stat? I'm a little surprised here because I did not expect CLEFAIRY at all. But CLEFAIRY doesn't want to take a Sludge Wave. So, and its base speed is, he's going to be faster than Jagalgi. I kind of want to just go Jagalgi on rocks here, because I feel like that's what he's going to do. He's going to go for rocks. He could also knock off. I mean, rocks is really his play. Do I need my rocks, though, is the question. Like, do I value getting up rocks here? I mean, I think they're really helpful for that Marowak. But then I lose momentum. I like Toxic Spikes more, I think. So I'm going to go Jagalgi. I think getting up my Toxic Spikes is worth more here. He probably just expects me to set rocks here. But I think I want to get my T-Spikes up. So he's going to get rocks up, I'm sure. He's going to switch. Very surprised. And he goes in Intrepid, which is going to be the Blastoise. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. So he went straight Blastoise to try to spin. This works out for me because I can actually Dragon Pulse or Sludge Wave here. Dragon Pulse is pretty solid. I can also set up my spikes, which is what I wanted to do, and force him to Rapid Spin. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to set up my Toxic Spikes. I don't care if he has Ice Beam. To me, being able to... He really didn't want my rocks up. To me, being able to have those spikes, Toxic Spikes up and force him to Rapid Spin later is really good because it forces his hand when he switches around. Because CLEFAIRY doesn't have Magic Guard, I don't think. I think it gets Friend Guard instead. Correct. It does get Magic Guard. Okay, just kidding. So it will be able to avoid the toxic damage, but Blastoise is going to get poison on the way back in, and that's going to be really helpful. And again, just getting that poison damage off on anything is really nice. So he's got a tough play here because I can really hit him hard. I'm going to get the T-Spikes up, though. And I'm actually faster than his Blastoise, which means he Dragon Tails. He Dragon Tailed. Miracle. Oh. I had a feeling Miracle was going to be a thing, man. I did have a feeling that was going to be a thing. Okay. So... I know he has Mirror Coat now, obviously. That's fine. Very good bring. I think I just Sludge Wave though, because I feel like he's gonna try to Rapid Spin, or I Dragon Tail him out. I don't think he Mirror Coats again. I don't think he's gonna Mirror Coat again. He wouldn't go Durant, I don't think. He doesn't really have a good switch in. He kind of has to Mirror Coat, I think, or he Rapid Spins. I'm gonna go for Sludge Wave. I don't think he Mirror Coats twice. He Rapid Spins, okay. That's fine. And I get a Sludge Wave off, which is sweet. So we'll take that. And that does very little damage. He actually could be Assault Vest. He could be Assault Vest based on that damage. That did nothing. That did nothing. I'm going to set up T-Spikes again. I think he's Assault Vest. That did nothing. Let me even see, because I feel like he's got to be Assault Vest Blastoise based on that damage. Being totally honest. Yeah, I think so. I mean, if he was max special defense calm, maybe. Nah, he's Assault Vest, dude. He's definitely AV. Yeah, he's definitely AV. That's really good to know. And he's sitting at, let's say, 80%. Okay. Good to know. Really good bring, though, because it actually stops a lot of my team. Okay, I want to set up these T-Spikes again, though. And force him. I mean, he could Ice Beam me. I don't really care. Getting up T-Spikes is nice, though. I'll force the Rapid Spin. I don't really care about that. I can also Dragon Tail him out. So, we have those options as well. This is an interesting predicament here. I really want to talk to this thing. He's going to Ice Beam, so he does show the Ice Beam. Which is fine. It doesn't do very much. And I get my Toxic Spikes up. So he's in a situation where he's going to have to keep Rapid Spinning if he wants to get rid of these Toxic Spikes. And I can keep trying to wear him down. So, I don't really lose much here by going for another Sludge Wave. Like, if he Mirror Coats me, it's going to do, like, a good chunk, but does he Rapid Spin or does he Mirror Coat right now? Everything on my team's a special attacker. Like, how did that happen? Alright, I'm going to Sludge Wave, I think. Or do I Dragon Tail predicting the Mirror Coat? I feel like he's going to Rapid Spin. I'm going to Sludge Wave. I feel like he Rapid Spins. Yeah, he does Rapid Spin. He's going to keep just Rapid Spinning, which is fine. Because this is a situation where I'm gonna come out on top here if this keeps happening the way it is. Because now he's sitting at, and I get the poison, which is huge. I get the 10% poison. That's huge. Because now his Blastoise is in a really bad spot. It's a really bad spot now. Okay, I just set Toxic Spikes every time, pretty much. You want to Ice Beam me? That's fine. I'm in a pretty decent spot. I do need my Dragalge though for CLEFAIRY though. I do need to keep it. So here comes Marauder. This is the Marowak. So he probably has Bone Meringue. He probably has Shadow Bone. He probably's got everything like that. I think I have to go Politoed here, which isn't a bad option. Politoed is pretty solid against this thing, I think. He may try to set rocks, but like a max offensive set, I should be able to take. He's gonna Shadow Bone, dude. I feel like he's gonna Shadow Bone. Does Dragalge live a Shadow Bone? I need to keep Dragalge. I actually can't mess with that. I think I have to go Politoed here, which stinks. I don't really have the best switch-ins to this guy. I don't really have the best switches. I gotta go Politoed, I think. I am faster though, hopefully. Or he's gonna think I'm faster. So I can go Politoed. I'm gonna have to take a big hit here though, but I have to go Politoed. I got those T-spikes up though, and the Blastoise is weakened, so I can't complain. But in order for me to beat that CLEFAIRY, I need to keep my Dragalge around actually, because I'm gonna have a really hard time against that thing. But now I'm not worried. I don't have to be worried as much about Mirror Coat, because I should be able to knock him out with another Sludge Wave plus Poison. So that works out really well. AV Mirror Coat Blastoise, dude, got lucky on that one, because that would have been brutal. This Marowak, like I said, I was not expecting him to bring it. Really surprised. I think he just Shadow Bones here 100%. The nice thing is he's gonna expect Politoed to outspeed, I would imagine. He's got to be super fast to outspeed for me. Yeah, I mean, he's got to expect me to outspeed. Yeah, I naturally outspeed Adamant, so I will definitely outspeed this thing. He's gonna Shadow Bone, I'm sure. He goes for Shadow Bone, okay. But he's got to expect me to outspeed here. He's got to expect it, and he does over half to me, but I have the leftovers. He's got to expect me to outspeed. I feel like there's no way he lets me just Scald here. So I'm gonna Earthquake. I think I just Earthquake. As much as I want to Scald, I mean, that just brings in the Heliolisk and the Blastoise. So I'm going to Earthquake. He's got to expect me to outspeed here, I feel like. I feel like there's no way he lets his dude take a hit. Because even if he's max speed, he's got to think that Politoed's got to be faster. I mean, if he straight knocks me out here, then just pro plays. But he definitely thick club. So Politoed is naturally much faster. He's got to think I'm faster than him. I feel like there's no way he lets me just hit him here. So my hope is he goes Heliolisk, because I'm going to Earthquake. He goes into Tiny Pink. He's going to go into the CLEFAIRY. Okay, that's fine. I get an Earthquake off, so I do get to poison this thing. Again, I don't think it's going to matter too much, but I do get to Earthquake. So that's kind of nice. We'll get a little bit of damage off on this guy. Not too much. I kind of actually like going into my Tornadus here, because Tornadus can knock off on something, and it can also start to offensively pressure him quite a bit. And I can get rid of this thing's item, and once this thing's item's gone, he's much less of an issue. So I'm going to go Tornadus here. I understand I'm running the risk of being hit with a lot of different moves, but I think he just sets Stealth Rock here, or goes for a Moonblast. Like, I don't really anticipate anything else really too crazy. He's going to set up rocks. Okay, that's what we kind of expected. Okay, I can pretty freely here hit him with a big knockoff. Obviously, he could have T-Weave. I'm not, like, super concerned, though, if he does. I feel like... How much am I doing with a Z-Hurricane right now? Not enough, but I think I got to get rid of this thing's item. I think that that's really valuable, because it's going to be really difficult for me to take out otherwise. I think it's worth it. Or I just U-turn out, try to gain momentum, because then I can bring in my Dragalge, and Dragalge can start firing off Sludge Waves or Dragon Pulses. It's not a bad option. I don't want to get T-Wave, though. I'm going to go for the knockoff. I understand that I could get Thunder Waved right here. I understand that, but I think I'm going to have a hard time beating this CLEFAIRY, because he's probably got Soft Boiled, Stealth Rock, Soft Boiled, Moonblast, and then, I don't know, Toxic, T-Wave, something. T-Wave would make a lot of sense. I feel like I'm going to get Thunder Waved right now, which stinks, dude. It really stinks, but I think for me, like, again, I'm going to have a really hard time beating this CLEFAIRY. It's going to be too bulky for me to knock out because of the Eviolite. I need to get rid of its item. And if he switches here and sacks something off, then, like, that's great, too. I don't think he switches, though. I don't think he switches. But, like, he must be thinking, why would he bring in Tornadus right here, too? So, I mean, that's another thing. When I could have easily brought Dragalge in and just click Sludge Wave. So, that 50-50 with Dragalge is going to be big later in the game, I think. But if I can get rid of this thing's Eviolite, then it makes my life so much easier. Because then things like Ludicolo can pressure it. And even Rotom can pressure it with T-Bolt, so switch. Yes! I get a knockoff then. Maybe Blastoise. Intrepid, that's the Blastoise, right? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna get rid of Blastoise. That's fine. That's fine. I get rid of his Assault Vest. He's got Rain Dish. He may have Aqua Jet. I've seen 3 of his moves. I don't know if Aqua Jet's one of them. But I can pretty freely here just go for a U-turn and knock him out. Which seems like actually a pretty solid play. Like, I don't really mind taking a hit. The thing is, like, he's gonna bring in Lycanroc against me. That's his best way to revenge me. I think I just go for knockoff again. Or just Hurricane, actually, because I'm in a situation where I have how many turns of Rain? I have turns of Rain. I'm just gonna Hurricane. It's my hardest hitting move. He might have Aqua Jet, though. He doesn't. Okay, Tornadus kills him. Nice. Okay, so that works out. I'm really glad that we scared out the Clefable. Or Clefairy, I'm sorry. I'm really glad I scared that thing out. Okay, so now his switch in here 1,000,000% is Lycanroc. So, and honestly, like, Claydol's Earth Power looks really good against his team. Scarfed Earth Power looks really good against his team. Like, yeah, Clefairy can come in, but that's about the only thing. So, that's why I need to get rid of that Eviolite so bad, dude. This thing is so bulky. Here comes Roxy. This is gonna be the, yeah, Clefairy's not that bulky once you lose its Eviolite. Alright, so he's Poison, which is phenomenal. I'm expecting a Z move here. My play 1,000,000% is Claydol. I'm not even gonna think about this. If he goes for Crunch, just props to him. But my play 1,000,000% is to go Claydol and try to bait him with a Scarf. So, I just have to. I just have to. But I poison him, which is sick, dude. Like, and my T-Spikes are here to stay, which means the Heliolisk is getting poisoned on entry too. The Marowak's gonna be poisoned. Like, that's actually really solid. That's really solid. Really, really solid for me. It helps out so much in this matchup against some of his bulkier stuff. The problem is Politoed can no longer live 2 hits from Marowak, so I have to keep that in mind, but because of rocks. And Tornadus and Rotom take a lot of damage from rocks. But I feel like he's gonna double out. He predicts the Claydol. He goes into 2020, which is what it's Durant. Okay. Alright, so I'm in an interesting situation here actually. Because I don't think I bait the play here. I wish I had HP Fire still. I had HP Fire and I took it off on Claydol. I had it and I took it off. Earth Power does like 70 to 90. It's not enough. I gotta switch out. I gotta go Voltergeist here, and then we're gonna make a play and go for Dark Pulse. 100%. My obvious play here. I have to do it. If he Rock Slides, it's just a really good play. That was a good double on his part, but I have to make this play, and it stinks because I know I'm gonna take a lot of damage here if he Rock Slides. He X Scissors, perfect. Okay. That does so much, dude. That's not Life Orb? Wow, is that Band-Aid? I think I Dark Pulse here either way. Because either way, like right now I'm in a situation where I just need damage with Rotom. And Rotom's dying pretty much on entry anyway, right? 38 out of 143. 26. No, I have one more switch in. I don't really care if Rotom goes down here, because I'm in a situation where if Rotom goes down, then Claydol can come in and beat the Durant. I don't think that was Scarfed. And Tornadus comes in and Tornadus pressures him too. Dark Pulse does like over half. So that had to have been Banded, dude. Was that Banded? Like, what was that? Durant, X Scissor. He did 50% to me. That's not Life Orbs. That's Choice Banded then, isn't it? Yeah, that was Choice Banded, dude. I think he's Banded Durant. I think I have to Dark Pulse. This is such a tough play. Because he thinks he's going to knock me out if I'm not Scarfed. But if he thinks I might be Scarfed, then he's going to knock me out. Or I'm sorry. If he thinks I might not be Scarfed, he's going to go into Marowak. I think I Dark Pulse for safe damage here. I'm going to Dark Pulse for safe damage. Yes, he switched. In a tiny pink, though. Wrong play. Volt Switch was the right play. He made the good middle ground. I do nothing to him. I do absolutely nothing to him. I think I keep Voltergeist, though. I'm at 38 out of 143. I think I live. I get one more Stealth Rock switch in. So I'm going to go Jagouji here and start trying to pressure him with Sludge Waves. Oh, dude. I thought I made the play there. I thought he went Marowak. This Clefairy, man, is going to be so annoying. Oh, man. It's going to be so annoying. But I think the Durant is Banded. He Seismitosses. All right, we got a 50-50 here. Does he go Durant or does he go... That's a tough play. Does he go Durant here? I think I Dragon Pulse for the Durant play. I think I Dragon Pulse assuming Durant comes in. I'm gonna Dragon Pulse. I think I Dragon Pulse predicting Durant. I don't think there's any way he stays in against the Sledge Wave. This is like the biggest play of the match right here. If I make this prediction wrong, I think I lose. Or I'm gonna have a very hard time pulling this back. I need a little bit of damage off on that Durant, dude. Seismic Toss, Stealth Rock, Soft Boiled. Maybe doesn't have Moonblast. Go Durant, dude. Yeah, he made that really good double. He knew Claydol was coming in, dude. I just need a little bit of damage off on Durant so I can kill with Earth Power. Because Earth Power wrecks so much of his team if I can get Claydol effectively Earth Powering. I just need to get damage off on Durant somehow. And I'm pretty sure he's banded. I think I Z-move with Tornadus if this play doesn't go right. And just try to nuke this little Clefairy. If I can two-shot the Clefairy, then I might be okay. He's really thinking about this move because he understands how important it is. He switches. Thank you. Into Roxy. That's the Lycan Rock. This thing might die to this Dragon Pulse plus Poison. Nah, it's close, but I did a good amount of damage to him. Okay. I got him weakened, dude. I got him really weakened. I feel like he crunches, dude, expecting the Claydol here. I think I gotta sack off. This is tough, actually. A tough call. I need my Dragalge. I can't just let Dragalge go down here. I think that's a really bad idea. I want to go Landmine, because then I start to pressure him with Earth Powers. But last time he doubled into Durant, dude. Is Voltergeist used at this point? I don't think Voltergeist is that useful. I think I sack off Voltergeist. The thing with Voltergeist here is it puts me in a really bad spot because it makes me 50-50 the Marowak Clefairy every time. I gotta just sack off Voltergeist. He's gonna knock me out. Stone Edge. He hits it. Okay. Kills Rotom with Stone Edge. Okay. He knocks me out. That's fine. Alright. He's gonna take poison damage here. He just dies in the next turn anyway, so he's not gonna save this thing. So to me, I think just going into Landmine here makes a lot of sense because he's gonna think I'm gonna reveal my Scarf here, which stinks because I don't want to do that, but he's gonna have to make a tough play. So I think he just Accel Rocks and goes down, or he goes for Crunch and goes down. But either way, I knock him out with Earth Power. So we just Earth Power here. He's gonna switch out. Wow, he saves it at 1%. Okay. And I Earth Power the Clefairy. Doesn't really do much. I think I go Tornadus now. Tornadus is gonna take damage, which stinks, but I have him in range where I can threaten it with knockoff. And without him having an item, I think he's gonna be in trouble. So he probably soft boils. Light Screen. Ooh. Okay. Light Screen. 5 turns of screen. That's fine. I'm just gonna knock off. I know my play here. If he wants to switch in Lycan Rock, that's fine. I just knock off here. That's what I went for last time. If he doesn't have soft boiled, then it's not an issue anyway, but I feel like he's got to have soft boiled. So, does he take the knockoff here? Does he switch out and have something else take a knockoff? I think he just sacks off Lycan Rock if I was him. But then he might be worried because if he doesn't have a Scarfer, if Heliolisk is not Scarfed, then Tornadus wrecks his team. So that's another thing. Because we know Durant is definitely banded. So I got to figure out how to play around that thing. Well, I have a couple options. Ludicolo does come in and put in some work. I might have to hit a Focus Blast. But Ludicolo's got some serious 50-50s, dude. Jeez. But the thing is, if I get a knockoff here, then the Clefairy is in a tougher spot because Claydol can pressure it significantly with Earth Powers. So because it looked like it did about 15-20%. So doubling that, or at least multiplying that out, like the 30-40% on a 2-shot, like if he's 60-ish%, Claydol might be able to pick up the kill. Plus, there's always the opportunity to get special defense drops, so you never know. But light screen, really surprised to see light screen. But again, my team is so specially oriented, and that was the thing I realized against Professor FX, is my team is so specially offensive most of the time. He's gonna let me get the, yeah, he lets me knock off his EV light. Okay, I might get paralyzed here. He might just S-toss. I'm not sure. He might soft-boiled. He soft-boiled. Okay, that's fine. But he doesn't have an EV light anymore, so now I gotta stall at this light screen basically. So I think I just U-turn now. I mean, he's got 3 turns of light screen. I mean, I can Hurricane here. See how much it's gonna do. Tornadoes against CLEFAIRY. He doesn't have an EV light anymore. I could also just try to nuke him with my Z move. And he's got light screen. Looks like I'm doing roughly 50% to him with the Z move. Not really doing much. Yeah, that light screen actually really kind of stops me a little bit. I think I just U-turn out into Jagaji. Unless he S-tosses. Would he S-toss here? I don't want to go Jagaji and then take 2 S-tosses and lose Jagaji. That would be really stupid. That'd be really stupid. Would he switch here? He doesn't really have a switch. I feel like he stays in. I just gotta find myself an opportunity to come in when that light screen's not up. I don't think it's worth using my Z move yet. But like, what does he do to me? I'm just gonna Hurricane actually. I'm not gonna burn my Z move. I'm just gonna Hurricane. I hit it. Seismic toss. He's gonna S-toss. Okay. Brings me down to 67. I can't take another one. Alright, I think he's soft-boiled here. I'm gonna U-turn. Dude, that light screen is so annoying. Okay. I like Polytoad, actually, in some ways. Jagaji comes in and gives me a 50-50, which is annoying. Polytoad comes in, though. And Polytoad actually puts him in a weird spot, because I can Encore him into a move. I also have the opportunity to pressure him with Earthquakes and Scalds, which isn't that bad. And I can get health back by pressuring him, which could allow me to take on the Marowak later. I'm gonna go Monsoon here. Light screen, good tech. Either soft boileds or seismic tosses. I feel like he probably soft boileds though. If I was him, I would not allow my CLEFAIRY to get anywhere close to 50%. Yeah, he soft boileds. So here's the thing, I can Encore him though into soft boiled. So that's the thing. He's got to keep that in mind. I can Encore him into soft boiled and then force the switch here. The question is, does he switch? And if he were to switch, would he switch into a Durant right now? Knowing I had Earthquake before. Like, I really want to Encore the soft-boiled play. I'm going to Encore. If he makes a switch, then just props to him. He stays in. I Encore him in a soft-boiled. Perfect. All right, now I'm in a situation where he's got to make a prediction. Because now he's locked in a soft-boiled. So the question is, do I Earthquake for the Heliolisk or do I Scald for the Durant? Durant's got really high special defense. Alright, we got to really think about this play here. Okay, so if Durant comes in, I mean, Durant's got really high physical defense, I'm sorry. If Durant comes in, what do I do? Polytoad versus Durant. How much damage am I getting off on Durant with an Earthquake right now? That's the question. 20%. Is that enough for Claydol? Probably not. If he goes Heliolisk, I lose a lot of momentum. I think I Scald for the Durant. I gotta make a tough play here. How much does Claydol need on Durant? I need that Earthquake damage. I think I Earthquake, actually. This is a risky play, man, because it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. I'm gonna Earthquake predicting the Heliolisk. Does he go Durant? He goes into Roxy. Oh, he just sacks off Lycanroc. Good play. Okay. That's fine. Alright, so I made more or less the right play, right? I mean, Lycanroc's gone. Didn't really matter. And now I can live a Shadow Bone, though, which is nice. Okay, he definitely goes Durant here, or Heliolisk, I guess either one. The nice thing is Ludicolo comes in though, and it's not in the worst spot in the world. Here comes Luigi, which is gonna be the Heliolisk. Definitely has dry skin. He's gonna take poison damage, which is really nice. He may just Volt Switch here. To me, Ludicolo comes in though, and Ludicolo pressures everything else at this point, which is nice. So I'm gonna go Ludicolo. And I just hope he doesn't Volt Switch and he goes for T-Bolt instead. But Ludicolo is gonna outspeed everything now. So I think he just Volt Switches though. I just can't risk taking the hit with Politoed. So this game is so nuts, dude. I need it. This is a really good playoff game though. Like, you can't ask for more out of a playoff match. Alright, don't Volt Switch. Just go for T-Bolt. He's gonna Volt Switch. Dragon Pulse. Ooh! Reading the Dragology. I'm all over that. I'm all over that. What stops my Giga Drain right now? He's not dry skin. Or does dry skin activate before? I don't know. It doesn't matter. What's my play? Giga Drain, probably. Probably Giga Drain. I hit the Clefairy on the switch in pretty hard. Scald's nice, but he probably has dry skin. I think Giga Drain's perfect. Because Durant's not going to want to take a Giga Drain. I don't care that Durant resisted twice. Durant, and I'm faster than Durant because of the rain. So I think I just Giga Drain. It's going to do the 20% I need. And I get health back. If he goes Clefairy, it's going to do a good chunk. It's probably going to allow him to get up his light screen again, but I'm not like super concerned. Again, it's all about just getting that damage off on Durant so Earth Power can kill it. That's what I need to focus on right now. Giga Drain does like a decent chunk to the Clefairy. Not a ton, but like 30%. So. Alright. He could go I don't think he goes Marowak. I feel like he has to go Clefairy here. I feel like he has to go Clefairy, which means I go Politoed. And then I can Encore him or Earthquake and pressure. Again, it's just about getting a little damage off in the Durant. If I can do that and weaken the Clefairy enough, I'm in a situation where Claydol can win this game with Earth Power. So, Dragon Pulse. Okay. Dragon Pulse. I wonder what he is. I feel like he's got to be Scarfed. That's the thing. He's got to be really concerned because if I Hydro Pump, 2 Hydro Pumps, he doesn't know my set probably. 2 Hydro Pumps probably kills Clefairy. He's going to stay in. I'll take that damage all day. I'll take that damage all day. That's going to be a lot of health back. And he's Agility. Ah, dude, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I think he expected me to predict. Ice Beam's here, really solid. In case he goes Durant. Doesn't hit the Clefairy as hard, though. He could have Signal Beam. I'm just going to Giga Drain. I think just getting health back is worth it. He does have Signal Beam. Okay. But it doesn't do a crazy amount. And he doesn't confuse me, and I get health back. So Ludicolo is going to knock him out. Okay. Heliolisk is gone. The biggest thing is that Durant, man. The Durant and the Clefairy combo is the struggle right now. It is the struggle right now. It's going to come down to a 50-50. Do I Sludge Wave? Do I... Okay, he actually goes Durant here. I think I just let him knock me out. I don't really feel like I need Ludicolo anymore. Yeah, 100%. Because then I just go into Tornadus and I click Z Hurricane. And that kills Durant. And it can't... The Clefairy can't switch in without light screen. That's the play. I think that's our play, 100%. Because once I kill Durant, that changes everything. He's Choice Bandit. He's definitely going to knock me out here. I think I just let him knock me out. What do I need Ludicolo for? Nothing. We Scald and just let him knock me out. He goes for X Scissor, knocks me out. That's fine. He misses because of Hustle! Dude, the Hustle miss! Oh my gosh. That is ginormous. That is ginormous. Wow. Does that change how I approach this or no? Wow. Wow. Well, that's interesting now, because now I have a tough decision to make with Tornadus. Although at this point, Superpower knocks him out, so It's not really a huge issue. He misses with hustle, dude. I'm gonna Scald again, just let him knock me out. Same thing. He hits it this time. Okay. Durant kills Ludicolo with X Scissor. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure my play here, 1,000,000%. I'm pretty sure he's banded. So, I think my play is I go Tornadus, and I just click Superpower. Right? He's not Scarfed. Yeah, Superpower definitely knocks him out. Okay, I go Tornadus and I click Superpower. Thing is, this is the only time I can bring Tornadus in now. Does Tornadus kill Marowak with a Supersonic Sky Strike? Once this Durant is gone, then Dragalge gets to click Sludge Wave. It actually doesn't really kill Marowak at all. Doesn't come close, but it nukes it, so... Okay, I think we go F5 here. I'm at 240, I have 244 speed. I 100% outspeed unless he's Scarfed, which I don't think he is. Knockoff does 28 to 33. Superpower does 34 to 41. I think I just Superpower. Yeah, I just Superpower. He switches. Does he go Marowak? He goes Tiny Pink. That's fine. He's going to save his Durant. Okay. So I Superpower. That's fine. He may be trying to bait the Z move here. But again, once Durant is gone, it becomes less of an issue. I'm just going to Z move. Supersonic Sky Strike. I think this kills. Without Eviolate. Again, once Durant is gone, yeah, I think this thing's dead. I don't think he lives. Because now once CLEFAIRY's gone too, we just win with Claydol. Supersonic Sky Strike here. I think this kills, dude. It should. He doesn't have an Eviolate. Dude, this has gotta kill. Yeah, it does. What was that roll? I don't think it was a roll. I think the Superpower was enough. Yeah, Superpower plus Supersonic Sky Strike, 100% kills. Thorn kills. CLEFAIRY with Fly Z. Okay. I think Claydol wins. I think Claydol wins, dude. I think Claydol wins, my man. What does Claydol do to Marowak? I mean, yeah, after 2 turns, he goes into Marauder. I just knock off. Get rid of this thing's Thick Club. He's poison. That poison damage is clutch. All I gotta do is knock off here. Yeah, there's no reason to save this thing. I died of rocks anyway. So I am -1, but it should be enough to break any sort of substitute. This will get rid of his Thick Club, which makes him much less powerful. There goes his Thick Club. He goes for Shadow Bone. He's gonna knock me out. It's fine. Marowak kills Torn with Shadow Bone. And then I'm pretty sure my homie, Claydol, the Choice Scarf Landmine, is coming in and doing big things. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it, Landmine. Whoo, that was a game, dude. That was a game. He played really well. He played really well. I think we got it, though. We Earth Power. I think we got it, though. Earth Power is going to come off. Claydol kills Marowak with EP. And then Durant goes down to Earth Power. I assume my Claydol's fast enough. 121. 1.5. That's 181. Durant sits at 178, I think. 177. And we Earth Power again. And obviously, if for some reason he's Scarfed and I miscalced, I think he's banded, though. For some reason he's Scarfed, there's always the chance that he misses an attack. Which would be how we win the game, I guess. But no, I mean, he'd have to lock himself into either Iron Head or X Scissor. And Dragalge can live the X Scissor, and Politoed can live the Iron Head. So, the only way he knocks me out here is if he's Scarfed. So, Earth Power comes off, and Claydol seals the deal, baby. We are moving to the next round of the playoffs. Whew, good game, Drew, man. That was crazy, dude. That was some crazy stuff. Obviously, the big play there, the big play in this game, or one of the big plays, was him missing that X Scissor on the Ludicolo. I don't think that ultimately mattered, because I was going into Tornadus anyway. I was clicking Fly Z. He either takes the big damage on the Durant. I don't know. Maybe it did matter. I mean, he either lets Durant go down or CLEFAIRY goes down at that point. And we know Tornadus was going to outspeed everything. So, you know, I would have been able to play around that. So I don't know, that would have been very interesting to see how that all played out. But wow, dude, what a game, dude. Like I said, I mean, he would have had to lock himself into one thing or the other. So Polytoad or Gigalgy should have been able to live a hit once CLEFAIRY went down, or once the Durant went down, because then it wasn't a 50-50 anymore. But dude, what a game, man. Wow, he played really well, and that CLEFAIRY set really almost messed me up, man. Props to Drew, guys. Show some love. Talk about a playoff game. You can't ask for a better playoff match than that, dude. What an awesome guy. Go check him out, guys. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next round of the playoffs. I don't know who we play yet. There's a handful of teams still in it, so it might be Joey, it might be Leo, it might be Greg, it might be, I don't know, there's a lot of teams. Professor FX, I don't know who it could be, I have no clue, so we'll find out. But that's it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one, and be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.